Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. It's that time again. Can you believe it? The NFL season technically is going to be beginning tonight. We've been waiting for a long time. It is finally here. We have NFL football season back, kicking off today. What we're going to do is we're going to be doing our predictions on all 16 of our NFL games coming up for week 1 of the 2025 season. First things first, though, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, do you agree, disagree, what are your thoughts on these games? Leave the comments down below and I will respond to every single comment. Let me know what your picks are, what your favorite best bets are for this week, and I'm going to respond to every comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out the pinned comment below. Click on that link. You can sign up there and I will appreciate it. We're going to be predicting the outcome for all of these games today. The winner, the loser, the final score. And we do this every single week for every game during the NFL season, and we're also doing it for college football as well. If you're a sports fan, if you are a football fan, what are you waiting for? Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We have some new spreads here, so we want to make sure to update some of our picks. Let's go ahead and get started. Kicking things off tonight, Game 1, September 4th, 8:20 p.m. NBC, the Dallas Cowboys versus the reigning Super Bowl champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles, one of the best overall rosters in baseball, one of the best rush defenses, one of the best secondaries, and they have a 68.7% chance to win this one. Dallas, a 31.1. Eagles, heavy favorites here, but you got to remember, this is week 1. The extreme crazy things happen week 1. The unexpected is going to happen. One of these highly favored teams is going to get upset. That's just the way it works every single season. Week 1 usually favors the defenses more than the offenses. Sometimes it takes a couple games before the offenses get fully oiled out. Eagles, 8.5-point favorites, 47.5 over-under. Dallas, 20.6 points a game last year, giving up 27.5. They used to have a great defense, great run game, great offensive line. Both of those, well, all three of those things were lacking last year. Dak Prescott, though, he is healthy. You have CeeDee Lamb. You added George Pickens. If you can get the ground game going with a mobile Dak, maybe you got a chance. Philadelphia, though, so many weapons. Brown, Smith, Barkley, Goddard, Hurts. There's weapons at every single position. They averaged 27.2. They were throwing for 188, running for 179, giving up 17.8. The best secondary in the NFL. They led in interceptions. Great front seven. They're going to get pressure on Dak, keep him in the pocket, force him in the third and long situations. Give me the Eagles winning this one, 31-20. And then we have one of our rare Friday night games, September 5th, 8 p.m. This one's going to be on YouTube, kind of a new thing. The runner-up to the Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chiefs, they know how to play the Chargers, but both these teams, elite defenses, some injuries here, some guys that won't be playing. KC, 3.5-point favorites, 46.5 over-under. Chiefs, 56.2% chance to win. The Chargers, a 43.4% chance to win. KC, this is a veteran team, the best coach in football. They have Andy Reid. They have Patrick Mahomes. They have Travis Kelce, but they're all a year older. This could be Kelce's last year. This could be Andy Reid's last year. Maybe this is the last run at another Super Bowl. But when you have Patrick Mahomes, all things are technically possible. They're going to have a better offensive roster. They have Worthy, Brown, Smith-Schuster. They just got to make sure to get all their players back as soon as possible. Travis Kelce. Running backs are kind of up in the air right now, but Hunt, Pacheco, when this team's fully healthy. The Chargers, a lot of injuries right now. But when you have Justin Herbert, the way he played second half of last year under Harbaugh, kind of slow start to the season, then they got really hot pushing the ball down the field, the run game. I want to see how Hampton looks first season in the NFL. First round pick, a lot of promise here. If they can get a good play action game with Johnson, Allen, McConkey, the wide receivers are there. KC last year, 22.6 points a game, but it was their defense that was really leading the way, keeping the scores low, creating turnovers, giving them the short field. They were only giving up 19.2 points a game, only 101.8 on the ground. You know Harbaugh wants to run the ball. If you force the Chargers to be one-dimensional, you could walk away with the win. This game's going to be in Brazil, too. Kind of an odd time. Might be some jet lag. Crazy things happen. Chargers last year, 23.6 points a game, giving up 17.7. Both these teams, top 5 overall defenses. You can call me crazy here right out the gate. I'm going to go with the Chargers pulling off an upset. I'm not going to lie. This one could come back to bite me here. Give me the Chargers 24-20. Now, this next game is a very interesting one. The Falcons won this game twice last year, and the spread is moving down. We're going to be moving on to Sunday, our regular football Sundays, 1 p.m. on Fox. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons 45.3% chance to win. The Bucs a 54.4. Bucs made the playoffs last season. Baker was wheeling and dealing the entire season, slinging it up and down the field. They are 1.5-point favorites, 47.5 over under. Tampa Bay, they lost their coordinator, but one of the best all-around offenses, 29.5 points a game, throwing for 250, running for 149, giving up 22.5. Really good rush defense, 97.8 yards on the ground. The Falcons, Penix here, a full season as the starter. He has the weapons there. Zero excuses. If they can get that pass game going with Bijan Robinson in the run game, this can be an all-around good offense. Last year, 22.9 points a game, giving up 24.9. But the Bucs, Mike Evans, when Chris Godwin comes back fully healthy with Egbuka, first-round pick, wide receiver, very deep room, and then they still have Bucky Irving coming back. The key is Chris Godwin, the slot coming back fully healthy, but the Falcons, like I said, loaded. Bijan Robinson, Algiers, Pitts, McLeod, London, Mooney, weapons up and down the field. I want to see what steps Penix takes going forward, but I trust the Bucs offense a lot more. I trust Baker Mayfield right now. They win this one in a shootout, 30-27. And also at 1 p.m., the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns. Cincinnati, 64.7% chance to win. The Browns, a 35.1% chance. I'm hearing a lot of people really pulling for the Browns. They think there's going to be a massive rebound from the defense, and I can definitely understand why. Cincinnati, 5.5-point favorites, 47.5 over-under. One of the best all-around offenses, vertically pushing the ball down the field, leading the NFL in passing last season. Joe Burrow, he had no option. Their defense was a complete joke. Every single game was a shootout. He was forced, score a touchdown every single possession or you will lose the game. They averaged 27.8, throwing for 273, running for 93. You can't run when you're down 3 touchdowns. They were giving up 25.5. Just an awful defense. Great wide receiver core. Chase, Higgins, the weapons are there. Joe Burrow going to be under a lot of pressure again this season. You just have to hope the defense is just a little better. Browns last season, one of the worst offenses you will ever see in your life. It was bad. Joe Flacco, though, the veteran, the guy's been around. He is 58 years old. He's going to be at the quarterback position, guys. I'm not serious about his age. They're averaging 15.2 last season, giving up 25.6. They have a very good defense, but when your defense is on the field the entire game, they get gassed. They start to give up points. I trust the Bengals offense more, even though their defense is an awful joke. I have the Bengals winning this one ultimately 33-14. And also at 1 p.m., the Miami Dolphins visiting the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts here are still the favorites. The fans, a 50.7% chance to win. Miami, a 48.9%. That's practically a 50-50 split down the middle. Flip a coin. That's a winner. Colts, 1.5-point favorites, 46.5 over-under. The over-under has slowly been inching down the last 2 weeks. Miami, McDaniels, a lot of pressure here. We need to see some advancements on the offense with consistency. Namely, Tua, don't get another concussion. You can't finish this season with 4 or 5 more concussions. It's not going to happen. We don't want to see it happen. If you do scramble for some reason, don't put your head down. You're not going to truck anyone. Try to stay healthy. The offensive line, you just have to play better. They were averaging 20.3 last season, giving up 21.4, but a lot of that was without Tua. Good wide receiver core, although they are a year older. The Colts, 22.2 points a game last year, giving up 25.1, but Colts, a lot of question marks to me when it comes to their offense. Daniel Jones is the starting quarterback. Some people love that. I have a lot of question marks here. I was not a Richardson fan coming out of college. I did not think he was an accurate quarterback. That has panned out so far. But you still have a very good running back, Jonathan Taylor, Pierce, Pittman. There's still weapons there. Miami, you have Tyreek Hill. You have Waddle, but we need a true number 3 to step up. Achin, right? There's still weapons on this team, but I need to see more consistency. Stop being a friend, be a coach. Let's get the offense on track. I do think Miami will win this one ultimately, 24-20. 1 p.m., the Las Vegas Raiders. There's a new coaching staff in town. Pete Carroll comes in, bringing in Geno Smith versus the New England Patriots. Some people are picking the Patriots to finish second place in the division. That would be a massive upgrade from last year. New England, 51.8% chance to win. The Raiders, a 47.8%. I honestly really think this game is a true 50-50 matchup. Patriots, 2.5-point favorites, 43.5 over-under. Those lines, those numbers, they've been staying pretty steady the last couple weeks. Overall, Raiders last year, 18.2 points a game, giving up 25.5, only running for 79.8. They got to focus on the run game. The run game will lead to play action, which will lead to a successful offense. Patriots last year, 17 points a game, giving up 24.5. They made a lot of moves in the offseason. Raiders, obviously, like I said, new coaching staff, Geno Smith. You have Brock Bowers, the best tight end in the nation. Ashton Gentry, first-round running back pick. He is someone you want to keep around. He was dominating in college. Will that transition to the NFL? Jacoby Myers back with the Patriots. You added Stephon Diggs, although the guy's getting a little older. Does he still have a step there? Got to keep the run game. Drake May, a lot of promise here. I need to see it to believe it, though. He's getting a lot of praise, but I think it is enough. But, guys, I'll call it like it is. I've kind of waffled back and forth on this one. I think it's a very close game. I changed my pick. I'm going Raiders pulling off a squeaky close game. They win at 21-20. 1 p.m., the Arizona Cardinals versus the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, massive changes for the Saints. They're going to have to get better at multiple positions. Their roster overall, not bad. They've just not been playing up to par. Saints, 40.6% chance to win. Arizona, a 59% chance to win. Cardinals, 6.5-point favorites, 43.5 over-under. The over-under has been moving up. Vegas sees some points. Kyler Murray, when he was healthy last season, throwing the ball, running the ball, a true playmaker. You have James Conner, wide receivers. Marvin Harrison Jr., the number one wide receiver from last season. Will he grow up into that true wide receiver number one? You have Zay Jones, Wilson, the Saints. Olave, get someone who can consistently get the ball to Cooks. Olave, Kamara, he's getting old now, but still one of the more consistent running backs when he's healthy. Spencer Rattler, a lot of pressure on him. He's been up, he's been down. He has to play consistently here, but I'm going to go with the Cardinals pulling off the win. They win it. They own the third and fourth quarter. They win 27-17. And also at 1 p.m., this game is very personal between these two teams. They swapped quarterbacks in the offseason. Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New York Jets. Right now, Steelers 58.6% chance to win. The Jets a 41% chance. Tomlin, he's got to win this season. A lot of pressure on them. Been a while since they've been in the Super Bowl. The fans want it. They're 2.5-point favorites, 38.5 over-under. They bring over Aaron Rodgers after not the best season with the Jets last year, but I don't think that was all Aaron Rodgers' fault. Right now, Pittsburgh, 22.4 points a game last year, giving up 20.4. They're going to have a better defense than last season with the Jets, and they're going to have a better skill set of players around Aaron Rodgers. When he looks around him, there's going to be weapons there. He has Jaylen Warren. He has Metcalf, Austin, Jones, the tight end position, Smith. There's going to be weapons for him to push the ball to. He has a better defense than he had with the Jets. Tomlin, disciplined coach. New York Jets, Justin Fields, the guy who was with the Steelers last season. That's what makes this game so personal. Gary Wilson, Lazard. Feed Wilson the ball consistently. Throw it up for him. You can't go wrong there. Jets last season, 19.9 points a game, giving up 23.8. I thought the Jets could have possibly pulled off the win here, but give me the Steelers. I got to go with Rodgers and the experience of Tomlin. They win 24-17. 1 p.m., the New York Giants visiting the Washington Commanders. Washington almost made the Super Bowl last year. Jaden Daniels, one of the best rookie campaigns we've seen in recent history. 68.5% chance to win. New York, a 31.3. I'm hearing a lot of people say they're going with the Giants. They think they pull off the upset. Right now, Washington, 6.5-point favorites, a 45.5 over-under. Giants last season just could not buy points, 16.1 points a game, giving up 24.4. Washington, so well-rounded, 28.5 points a game, throwing for 216, running for 154, giving up 23 points a game. What an all-around great offense, passing, running the ball. The thing the Giants have go for them is Malik Neighbors. He's a true wide receiver number one. Russell Wilson, can he return back to form? In my personal opinion, highly unlikely, but hey, I do wish the guy the best, but I need to see it. He hasn't been on par the last couple seasons. Washington, so many weapons. Eckler, Daniels, Rodriguez, the tight end Zach Ertz, McLaurin, Brown, Deebo Samuel added to the roster. They can do a little bit of everything. I cannot in good conscience go with the Giants. Give me Washington winning this one 28-15. And how about the Jags getting a lot of love from the fans? 1 p.m. Jacksonville hosting the Carolina Panthers. Panthers 38.8% chance to win. The Jags a 60.8% chance to win. They are 3.5-point favorites, 46.5 over-under. Cohen coming in here. He has the weapons. Trevor Lawrence has to have a comeback year this season or he's going to be on the hot seat. The fans are going to be rabid. He's getting the big bucks. They need to see the big numbers. They averaged 18.8 last season. That is inexcusable, giving up 25.6. A god-awful secondary, giving up almost 260 passing yards per game. Carolina, they were one of the worst teams last season, but they were actually playing pretty decent competitive football second half. 20.1 points a game, giving up 31.4. They have a pathetic defense, but you actually saw Bryce Young start to make some throws. They had Chuba Hubbard, who actually had a really good season at the running back position. When he was healthy, everyone knew he was going to run the ball. He was still able to run it. He has Leggett, McMillan, first-round pick. What will he be able to do? Obviously, what's going to dominate the headlines? Jacksonville, Brian Thomas Jr., really good wide receiver. What happens with Travis Hunter? I thought he was drafted too high. That's my personal opinion. It is what it is. He's on the team. He's not going to last going two-way. To me, he's a better wide receiver than a cornerback, but people are split on that thought. Ultimately, though, give me the Panthers winning this one 24-21, pulling off the upset. 4:05 p.m. Tennessee Titans, the number one pick, Cam Ward. He's going to be running for his life. Questionable offensive line. Needs some weapons. I want to see Ward succeed, though. But it's going to take a couple seasons for this team to get the roster up to par to help him do that. They're on the road versus the Denver Broncos, an elite defense. They are aggressive. Ward, they're going to be coming after him all day. And Bo Nix, the season he had last year, great season, started out really slow, completely turned things around. Denver, 69.7% chance to win. Titans, 30%. Broncos, 8.5 spread favorite, a 42.5 over under. The spread keeps climbing up. A lot of faith in the Broncos. Tennessee, 18.3 points a game, giving up 27.1. Denver, 25 points a game, giving up 18.3, only giving up 96.4 on the ground. Like I keep saying, a quarterback's best friend is a run game. It's going to be very, very hard to run on Denver. You need Calvin Ridley back. You need him fully healthy. You need Lockett. You need your weapons back on track. Denver, so many weapons. Sutton, Mims, Franklin, J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey, the new guy, Bo Nix, he can throw it. He's a mobile, dual-threat quarterback. You have Ingram at tight end. So many weapons here. Sean Payton might be coach of the year this season. Give me Denver walking away with the win here. They win 28-17. 4:05 p.m., the San Francisco 49ers visiting the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle, 45.5% chance to win. San Francisco, a 54.2% chance. 49ers, 2.5-point favorites. 43.5 over under. The 49ers season was completely derailed last season. The most injuries I've ever seen on one single team. And it's starting to pile on this season. The offensive line, a lot of injuries. When they are fully healthy, Jennings, Pearsall, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Brian Robinson Jr., George Kittle, there is weapons there. We just need everybody playing. Hopefully their season does not get sidetracked again. Seattle Seahawks, there's a new coaching staff in town. You have a new quarterback, Sam Darnold, coming over. There's some weapons there. There's some veterans. This team, and some people are saying Seattle is going to be much improved on the defensive side last year, 22.1 points a game, giving up 21.6. San Francisco, really good defense for basically the last 5 or 6 seasons. It fell apart last season, giving up 25.6 points a game. A lot of turnovers. Statistically, they were moving the ball. They just weren't punching it in. Give me San Francisco starting out this season with a win, though. This is a competitive game. They win 28-21. Keep your eyes on this game, though. And to me, this is the second best game of the week, but some people might say that it's the first. 4:25 p.m., the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. These teams, they loathe one another. Both these teams, Super Bowl caliber rosters. Green Bay, 48.5% chance. They're at home. Lambeau Field, very difficult place for a road team to play. Lions, 51.1% chance to win. The Packers here, 1.5-point favorites, 47.5 over under. But this game is truly a pick-em matchup. It could go either way. You can make a strong case for either team to win. Detroit, the number one offense last season. 33.2 points a game, throwing for 263, running for 146, giving up 20.1, great rush defense, 98 yards a game. But injuries derailed the defense second half of last season, but the weapons are still there. Williams, St. Brown, Laporta, Goff, Gibbs, Montgomery, an extremely deep running back room. In Green Bay, they can almost match them position for position. 27.1 points a game last year, giving up 19.9, only 99 on the ground. They have Matthew Golden. He's the X factor rookie here. If he lives up to the first round hype, he could really be something else. Reed's not a true number one, but he's definitely good. Jordan Love, he can do a little bit of everything. Josh Jacobs, 1,300 yards last season. They can definitely run the ball. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to go down to the fourth quarter, down to the final minutes. I'm going to go with the Lions pulling out a very close win here. They win 28-27, and it's technically an upset. And at 4:25 p.m., the Houston Texans, they are now healthy versus the LA Rams. Stafford, as of me making this video, will be playing, but we know he's having some injury issues. The Rams, a 55.6% chance to win. The Texans, a 44.1. LA, 3.5-point favorites, 43.5 over under. The Rams, the spread has actually been moving up since Stafford said he will be on the field. Houston last season, a lot of injuries, derailed it. Nico Collins is back when he's playing. Great wide receiver. You have Higgins. CJ Stroud, you need to see him come back to 2023 form. They averaged 21.9. They were giving up 21.9. The Rams, when Stafford was out, this team had a lot of injuries first half. Once Stafford came back, Nakua, Kupp, this offense took off. Williams, great at the running back position. They lost Cooper Kupp, but they have Tutu Atwell. Devontae Adams comes in with Stafford. They average 21.6, giving up 22.7. The key here, Kyron Williams running the ball. catching the ball. I think if we have Stafford play, Rams win 24-20, but some are saying Texans could have the best defense in the nation this year. Keep your eye on that, but right now, give me the Rams. And the second to last game, in my personal opinion, is the best game of the week. Might be one of the best games of the entire season, right out the gate week one. Two teams that are possibly on their way to represent the conference in the Super Bowl. 8:20 p.m., wrapping things up Sunday. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. It doesn't get any better than this. Two MVP award winners. The Ravens, 48.2% chance to win. The Bills, a 51.4%. I don't care who you pick. They have a good shot to win this game. Bills, 1.5-point favorites, 50.5 over under. Vegas sees some points being scored, but look at these offenses. The number 2 and the number 3 offense in the NFL from last season. Two great rosters. Ravens last year, 30.5 points a game, throwing for 237, running for 188, giving up 21.2. The number 1 rush defense, giving up 80.1 yards per game. That's what you want here versus Josh Allen. Great front seven, bottom up, keep him in the pocket. We know he will extend plays, get outside the pocket. He's always keeping his eye down the field. Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, had the best season of his career last year. Didn't win the MVP, but he definitely earned it. But Josh Allen, he won the MVP, and he also definitely earned it. They were averaging 30.9, throwing for 228, running for 131, giving up 21.6. The rosters are loaded. The Ravens, in my opinion, them with the Eagles, I think Ravens have a slight edge in the best overall offensive roster. Derrick Henry, 2,000 yards. Lamar Jackson, Andrews, Likely, Flowers, Bateman, Hopkins, weapons up and down the field. The Bills, they don't quite have the weapons, but they have Josh Allen, Cook, great season last year. I want that wide receiver core as a whole to step up. This is a tough one to call. Give me the road team. Give me the Ravens winning it 30-27. Can't go wrong with either team, though. And our final game, our Monday night game, 8:15 p.m., the Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears. Two young quarterbacks that were technically on paper rookies last year, but J.J. McCarthy got hurt, didn't get to throw a football last year, so it's technically his rookie season going up against his fellow rookie from last year, Caleb Williams. Bears, 52.1% chance to win. The Vikings, a 47.5%. JJ's been getting a lot of praise, but I want to see it in a real game during the regular season. Vikings, 1.5-point favorites, 43.5 over under. Minnesota last year, 25.4, giving up 19.5. Great defense, great offense, but Darnold's gone. Now the reins are with J.J. McCarthy, but thankfully for him, he has Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the NFL. He has Aaron Jones Jr. Chicago made a lot of moves here. Coaching changes. They average 18.2, giving up 21.8. Caleb Williams, with an improved roster, with an improved offensive line, we need to see him take some steps forward. DJ Moore, Odunze, a big-bodied receiver. Swift, Johnson, there's some weapons there. I want to see what Caleb Williams can do with it. Give me the Bears winning this game, 20-17. Guys, that's our quick predictions and our bets on all of our NFL games for week 1 of the 2025 season. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. If you have any comments, do you agree, disagree? What are your picks today? Leave it on there, and I will respond to every comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, click down on the pinned comment below, sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. And thank you all for watching.